Buckle up, because this is quite the story. All right, let me give you a little background. I purchased the $5,000 base model iMac Pro back in January of this year, and for the most part, it's been a great machine. Yeah, it's a bit overpriced, but it's been a good performer nonetheless. Now, ever since the 5K iMac came out back in 2012, Apple has made you choose at checkout whether you want the classic iMac stand or a VESA adapter to mount onto a monitor arm, which is the choice that a lot of tall people like myself choose. But they made you pick when you were configuring the machine because it was not removable by the end user. Whatever you chose, stand or VESA mount, that's what you were stuck with. But much to my delight, this was changed with the iMac Pro. The stand is included on every single iMac Pro by default, and if you want the VESA adapter, Apple sells a user installable one on apple.com for $80. Sadly, this thing sucks, and it has been the source of my worst Apple repair experience ever. So back in January, I installed the mount for the first time, and it went just fine. It comes with a little credit card-sized tool that allows you to reveal the 9 screws that hold the iMac onto the stand. And once you remove all of those screws, the stand comes off very easily, and then you can put the VESA mount on, which surprisingly only uses 5 of the 9 available screw holes. But I thought, whatever, Apple's great at design, I'm sure it's not an issue. Well, fast forward to March, I'm filming a video and I want to take the iMac off of the VESA kit and put it back on the stand. Now look, I'm sure it's not designed to be pulled on and off and on and off over and over and over, but it never says that you shouldn't take it off or that you can take it off, and so I did. And in the process, when I was backing out one of the 5 screws, which was not over-tightened, by the way, the screw head just broke clean off from the screw body, and it left the screw stuck inside of the screw hole threads. The end result? Well, this. I couldn't remove the VESA adapter. Ever. I considered using a screw extractor, however, the screw was so tiny that I couldn't back it out. So I called Apple on the phone, explained the situation, and the representative told me that he couldn't provide support or warranty because the VESA adapter was not manufactured by Apple. And I was just sure that the guy was confused, this was a new computer, and I told him, no, look, the iMac Pro is different from the other iMacs. Apple does sell an Apple-branded VESA kit on your website. I mean, it's $80, it comes in an Apple box with Apple documentation, etc. It has Apple, it's an Apple product. And the guy says that even though it was branded as an Apple product, it was actually a licensed OEM that made the part. It was made by another company and just had the Apple logo on it. And that only that company could provide warranty, replacement parts, and support. I was irritated because I said, well, the number for support inside of this kit is to you, Apple, but whatever, if you give me the OEM support number, I'll call them and figure it out with them. He told me that he couldn't give me the number and that I was just on my own. I was so frustrated that I just hung up the phone, grabbed a drill, and went ham on the computer. I was able to thread the screw just far enough so that I could pull the VESA adapter kit off of the back of the iMac, but then I had one of the 9 holes plugged up. But whatever, I was able to successfully put the original stand back on with 8 of the 9 screws. I filmed my video, and honestly, I kind of forgot about the whole thing until I tried to put the VESA kit back on about a month later. Now, when I did try to put it on, I figured I would try using 4 of the 5 screw holes and to see if it would hold, but I didn't even get that far because the first screw went in fine, but the second screw, as I was screwing it in, you guessed it, broke clean off, just like the first one. Now remember, this is only the second time that I'm putting this thing on, and I was super careful to barely tighten those screws, given that I saw how easily the first one broke. It's just that Apple includes the crappiest zinc screws ever on this $90 kit for their $5,000 plus machine. It's absurd. I don't know why they don't include stainless steel screws that cost like a penny more and are way more durable. Obviously, I've got a problem. I can't mount a 25-pound computer with 3 dinky little screws. So I ended up finding an Apple Discussions forum thread on apple.com with a couple of other users saying that they've also experienced broken screws. Consequently, I thought, well, surely Apple's figured out a solution in the last 30 days because other people are having the problem. It's going to be fine. Nope. Not only that, but the phone representative told me to just go to the Genius Bar at an Apple store because he didn't even have training or even access to the support documentation for iMac Pro. That the only way to receive support for iMac Pro was to go to an Apple store. It's flabbergasting to me that nobody on the phone at Apple can support the customers who give them thousands and thousands of dollars for a computer. But whatever. Luckily, unlike most iMac Pro buyers, probably, I live near several Apple stores. So I figured it's not that big of a deal. I went to one of the stores, and it was a breeze, and everything got fixed in a jiffy. Right? Well, no. So I got to the Apple Store 5 minutes early and had to wait nearly an hour for the head genius, which is a term I've never heard of before, by the way, because he's the only one at that store who is trained to work on iMac Pro, a computer that has been out for nearly 6 months. Now, to give my Apple Store credit, once I did finally meet with the genius, he was very understanding of the situation. And he told me that even though their system said it was considered accidental damage, was not covered by warranty, and would incur an $80 minimum repair fee, that he saw it as a clear design flaw and that the store would do the repair for free in 3 to 5 days. Great. Not the most elegant repair experience ever, but we're finally making progress. 3 to 5 days? I can handle that. Well, 7 days pass, and I've heard nothing. So I call the store and I ask him what's up. The guy on the phone tells me that they had already attempted the repair, but, quote, failed to perform it correctly, end quote. Whatever that means. So additional parts and tools that were needed for the repair had been ordered, but they had no ETA on when those parts would arrive or when the repair would be finished. All right. Well, not 5 minutes after hanging up the phone, I get a call from the store manager who tells me a completely different story. That the repair is going fine, that the parts have already arrived, and that the genius who started my repair isn't working over the weekend, but that they've prioritized the repair, the other geniuses know what to do, and it will be done by Monday. Finally. On Monday morning, I get a call telling me that they need the iMac stand that I had here at the office. And I told them that they could put it on the stand if they needed to, but I would prefer them to just install it on the VESA mount. It'd be easier for me, easier for them, whatever. And they said that they would, but they need the stand to finish the repair. Okay. So Monday afternoon, I dropped the stand off at the Apple Store, and they told me that it would probably be done by Monday evening. Monday evening passes, nothing. Tuesday passes, nothing. I call Wednesday morning, day 13 of this 3 to 5 day repair, and I'm told the following, quote, this iMac Pro is new and some of the geniuses were confused. They didn't know that the VESA mount was removable. But our head genius is back today, says he knows how to fix it, and hopefully it'll be done by tonight, end quote. Okay, first of all, the VESA mount is the whole entire repair. Secondly, how can a genius not know that that's removable? Trained on the iMac Pro or not, that's literally something that's sold in the store. I mean, they should know that. But whatever. Wednesday night at 9 p.m., I'm delighted to see an email that says the repair is complete and I'm ready for pickup the next morning. Now the story's over. No, it's not. I went into the Apple Store Wednesday morning, picked up my computer, and as I'm getting in my car, noticed that the stand that they requested on Monday was completely chowdered. Not only were there scratches all over the thing, but the aluminum anchor points were so warped that I didn't even know if I could ever put the stand back on the iMac. So I went back into the store, said, hey, what's up? And here's a recorded snippet of the event.
We can definitely order in a new stand. Cool. I don't know what happened. We had documentation of the scratches being there, but not this. So
there weren't even scratches. Yeah. It was brand new.
Oh, really?
It's fine. I don't even care about the scratches cosmetically, but if I can't even mount it, that's a problem. So
we're gonna have a new one.
Yeah, well, thanks for understanding. Okay, so I get a new stand, but now I'm kind of curious to see if the stand was so screwed up. Is my iMac damaged below the VESA mount? So let's take a look. Okay, so we'll remove the iMac from this protective sleeving. See if the screen's okay. Yeah, that's good. They didn't break the glass, so we're off to a good start. Okay, now I need a Torx TR10 screwdriver. And we'll just remove these. And good, that's not very tight, so I have high hopes that the genius didn't, well, I don't know. Yeah, no, that's okay. Okay, one screw comes out okay. Two screws come out okay. And now we get to the trouble part. Okay, so hopefully the genius didn't over-tighten these. We're gonna just back them out one by one, very gently. And wow, yeah, no, he was nervous. These are barely finger tight even. Look at that. So he was even spooked. Just careful not to over-tighten, which is good. Okay, we've got two out successfully. Let's go for the middle here. No way. Are you kidding me? Look at that. That's broken clean off. Look. That's broken. I'm not going to be able to get this thing off again. This is the worst designed Apple product I've ever laid my hands on. Okay, that one came out fine. Here comes the last one. Let's hope it doesn't break too. All right, that came out okay. You've got to be kidding me. This is a joke. I mean, I guess at least it broke to the point where I can pull it up, but look at that. That's one of the screws broken. We're already back to square one. Okay, it's not messed up as badly as the stand, but almost. Got a nick there, nick there, nick there. This whole bottom row is like shaved off. You gotta be kidding me. So, we're back to square one. It's broken again. I'm probably just gonna leave it on the vase and mount. I'm sure if I went back to the store and really complained, they'd fix it, again, for free. But how, first of all, can Apple sell an $88 adapter for a $5,000 plus computer with screws that break off every single time? It wasn't just my adapter that had a bad batch of screws. This is a brand new one that Apple shipped 3 days ago to the Apple Store. Already broken. It's bananas. Not only am I flabbergasted by that, but I am just so surprised at the sheer lack of training from both the phone reps and the geniuses in the Apple Store with Apple's flagship $5,000 plus computer. Now look, sure, very few consumers are actually going to go out and buy an iMac Pro, so it doesn't really make sense to train everyone on iMac Pro. But I've been buying Apple Pro machines for years, and I have always received top-tier support. In fact, Apple has historically gone above and beyond to make sure that their Pro users are happy. When my out-of-warranty Mac Pro GPUs burned up, they replaced them. Back when I had my trash can Mac Pro, every time I called for support, I immediately got to a high-tier advisor. No phone tree, no wait required. But not anymore. I'm just a regular customer with a machine that nobody knows how to fix. And I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound very pro to me. Well, folks, that's all from me. You should share this video with your friends, with your Twitter followers, with the internet. I feel like more people need to know about this. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you didn't, well, that other button seems to work okay too. Check out some awesome other videos that I've made in the past. They are wonderful, and you will learn quite a lot. But most importantly, and as always, stay snazzy.